Speaker, yesterday afternoon, the chairman, I read a statement from the Minister of Health concerning the rollover from NHIF to this new animal called, I don't know, it's called Shif or Sha or whatever it is called. And Honorable Speaker, since yesterday, I being one of them, and I'm sure many of our colleagues here will bear me witness, we have been inundated by so many calls from our constituents who are generally stranded in hospitals. Because in many hospitals, be they private or public, many patients are being told that the NHIF card they have is not valid, is not acceptable at this particular moment. And that's why I want, with your indulgence, Honorable Speaker, the chairman, being the representative of the executive here, and me being a member of the government, to assure the Kenyans wherever they are, to give this assurance and give it to these members of parliament and all Kenyans wherever they are, that the transition from NHIF to Shif is seamless. When if you just have the card for NHIF, you still receive the same services that you would have received under the new Shif as we wait the transition process to be completed. Honorable Speaker, let me go on record. And let me go on record. Again, somebody distracting the attention of the chairman. It seems he's extremely on high demand. Honorable Speaker, let me go on record. As we were coming in this afternoon session, one of my constituents called me that they had earlier booked to go for a spinal injury operation at Kenyatta University Teaching Referral Hospital. At the point of discharge today, they were told that the card they have is not valid, cannot be used. Luckily enough, and Honorable Speaker, my God is always with me whenever I walk. I bumped into the chair, and he was magnanimous enough to pick his call the CEO of the hospital, and that's how we have been able to intervene and save the situation. I'm just wondering, how many Kenyans have got access to Dr. Pukose? How many Kenyans can the CEO of any of this referral hospital pick their calls and listen to them? So we want him to give Kenyans an assurance that whichever any kind of those kind of issues arise, it must be seamless and very clear that you simply have to confirm you are a full paid up NHIF contributor and you will be attended to and discharged as per the existing agreement. I hope, Honorable Speaker, this will save the trouble and the pressure many members of parliament are going through at this particular time. For you, Dr. Pukose, for what you have done today, may the Almighty God increase the number of noises in your homestead. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Dr. Pukose.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank Honorable Undo for being magnanimous enough to accept that we have been able to intervene and his patient will now be going home after the spinal surgery that was done at Kenyatta University, and we were able to call Dr. Dagane, who is the CEO, Kenyatta University, and intervened. Honorable members, for record purposes, as we speak today, 12,600,833 as per today, Kenyans have been transitioned to Social Health Insurance Fund. Out of that, those who are in NHIF are 9,640,523, and those who are newly registered are 2,900,323. This is the current figures. And the members, I can confirm that as you will find that messages are coming to your phone, where without you even having done anything, you are among those 9,600,000 that have been transitioned from NHIF to social health insurance fund through the system without you doing anything after they cleaned the system. The system initially had about 12 million Kenyans, but about 3 million people do not exist in the Kenya National Registration Bureau. So it is only after cleaning the fingerprints that everybody, when you key in your ID, you'll find that now you don't need to take your fingerprints, because what the system they have now is that with your ID, they can access your fingerprints within the Kenya National Registration Bureau. I want to assure Kenyans outside there and the honorable members in this house that no Kenyan will be denied the services. I think the unfortunate information outside there is that it is the ministry is not doing enough, but I know they are trying their best. But we want the information to reach to every Kenyan that if you are a paid up member on the NHIF, you will automatically transition and your services will not be interrupted. So, and Honorable Unda is a witness, because when we called the CEO Kenyatta, he has personally gone to see the patient in that ward in bed 7. I think it was bed 7, bed 9 in the Jude ward. Yes, so he's personally gone to see the patient, and many of those within the hospitals, they should not worry about paid up members who are in the NHIF. They have now been transitioned, and the Social Health Insurance Fund is doing its best to send messages so that you get messages to know that you are up to date. And they have also created an emergency line, which is a toll line, which they can be able to respond to any questions when you have challenges.